Hello YouTube, Freak here, and welcome back to FreakCraft 2.0, where my villager trading hall has been in operation for a little while. I've been working this thing to try and get the best villagers. I've got several perfect villagers so far. This guy is like this guy is not perfect yet because he has a lot of annoying trades. I'm trying to get a perfect librarian. This guy, one of the guys that I'm keeping, is not actually perfect, but his first trade is books and emeralds for silk touch books. So that guy is pretty awesome. This is a perfect blacksmith who actually has iron as his last trade, which was kind of a coincidence, but that's a very nice guy. This is a perfect farmer with wheat in his last slot. This is a librarian which I'm going to dispose of. This is a perfect farmer with wool in the last slot. This is the guy I've been using the most. This is another guy who will be disposed of, as is that guy. This is my perfect butcher, who can give me meat and has saddles in his last slot, so I'm going to get lots of saddles. All of the guys on this side are noobs who will be disposed of, because none of them are librarians with gold trades in their first slot, which is what I'm looking for. I'm looking for a librarian with a gold trade in the first slot, because the gold trade is like the most annoying librarian trade by far. And the main reason why I want librarians is for this trade, emeralds for bookshelves, so that I can get lots of books. But yeah, that's basically how the trading has been going. Trading has been going good. Got lots of nice things. My perfect farmers have given me quite a few emeralds, and I've also obtained lots of assorted gear. Most of this is unintentionally obtained because I was trading it with the blacksmith. I have a double chest full of silk touch books, a bunch of aqua affinity books, some packed dice that I gleaned from the edges of Mako's territory. Yeah, that's a completely different story. Mako claimed an ice spikes biome and was trying to charge like 8 diamonds per stack of packed ice, which is a pretty ridiculous price. So rather than paying him like 2 stacks of diamonds for that much packed ice, I decided to look around the edge of his territory, and sure enough, his claim does not cover the entire biome. It's off by a few blocks in some places, so I managed to chop down a couple of ice spikes which are not technically his. That's fun. Anyways, over here I'm working on my Bonemeal wheat farm. This is my skeleton spawner. Got nice half-slab windows which don't let the light in, although they do occasionally let skeletons shoot you if you hang out next to it, but that's why you don't hang out right here, unless you want to look at the skeletons falling down. I just thought that was a nice touch having that there. I might actually put glass around the slab at some point, so the slabs will prevent light from getting in and the glass will prevent skeletons from shooting you. But we'll see if that works out. Is this... oh right, that needs to be reset. Right here, I have... actually, shouldn't this have reset it? This redstone line should have reset it on its own. And actually I'm going to send that back and see if the resetting process works. Anyways, the idea of... well, the resetting process didn't need to work this time. Anyways, what this is... sorry, I'm talking about it without explaining it. This is a stack of minecart chests right here, which is why this rail doesn't need any powered rails. And I have a timer here and a signal coming from this hopper. I mean, if this stack of minecart chest fills up with items, which is basically never going to happen now, or this timer pulses, then this stack of minecart chests is sent up to the top by having this piston retract. And when it goes up to the top, it is unloaded at a 4-hopper bandwidth here, although technically that only works as a 2-hopper bandwidth because there are only 2 sorters going on here. I have these 2 hoppers are sorter mechanisms. If you can look around from this side, there are hoppers underneath them. So this chest up here fills up with bones, which are sent into this other stack of minecart chests. And this chest down here fills up with arrows, which are basically droppered into lava if this chest gets too full. So if I were to, say, go over here and throw some arrows in there, then you can hear the dropper eventually. Yeah, you can hear that dropper firing those arrows into lava because I don't need that many arrows. That's just going to create an unnecessary buildup of items because, first of all, I use infinity, so I don't need that many arrows. Well, I do need some arrows, like 1, which I should probably grab. So I need 1 arrow, but in general, I don't need that many arrows. And I'm going to need a lot of bones for this because I'm going to be going through bones continually. So the idea that I have for this system is that I'm going to take the bones from this stack of minecart chests right here, send them to a super fast crafting machine, which will throw bones at me, and I'll craft them and throw them into a water stream where they'll be sent into a 3rd stack of minecart chests, which will store the bone meal for my AFK bone meal wheat farm. So I'm going to use the crafter to craft a ton of bones into 3 times a ton of bone meal. It's going to be a lot of bone meal. And then I'll be able to AFK in that wheat farm, getting like several double chests of wheat per night, if I have enough bone meal. I estimated that it would use up like 20 double chests of bone meal per night, which translates to a whole lot of chest minecarts, like 40 storage minecarts. That would translate to like 14 storage minecarts of bones. So yeah, it'll be a lot that I'll want to use, that I'll have to get to use this thing. And actually, the skeleton farm does not produce bones at nearly fast enough a rate to keep up with the AFK wheat farm design that I have set up. So I'll probably have to AFK buy this skeleton grinder a lot more than I'll get to actually obtain wheat. But we'll see how this goes. I'm going to get building and probably going to have a time lapse. Here we go. Alright guys, the Bonemeal wheat farm is done, I think. I cut out a lot of the building process because it just wasn't very easy to get good angles in this confined space. But here we go, with some nice aesthetics. Got the carpets and the stone slabs around. We got our nice cage so we can watch the spawner. We got maintenance access to let us into the redstone, which we'll look at a little bit later. We have an indicator light to tell us if the stack of minecart chests for the bones is full, and a button for us to send that stack of minecart chests to the crafter. We have the farm itself, the wheat farm. Let me check if there's any junk in the dispensers. Nope, it's good. You go in here, flip the lever, and your farm is active. Also, it shuts the door so that mobs can't get at you. Nice little use of the open by default door. Now if we go up here, we get ourselves to the crafter, which throws bones out of all of these droppers and lets you throw the bone meal down into this water stream down here, which actually passes over 12 distinct hoppers, which lead into a total of 12 possible hoppers to input into a stack of minecart chests right there. So you got this cool blob of hoppers coming out of the ceiling feeding into those minecart chests right there. So I'm gonna try out this crafting machine because I'm not sure how well it will work, although for doing that I'll want to have basically no stuff on me. Well, if I just kick all the stuff out of my hotbar, it should work, and I'll have to send the bones to the crafter, like so. They should be arriving shortly, and this should allow me to basically craft a whole ton of bone meal. Let's see how this goes. This is the first time that I've tried this in this build. So we'll see how it goes. Get up to 64. Chuck out the bone meal. Get up to 64 again. Chuck out the bone meal. I think only 3 of the droppers are firing. I'm gonna have to go check. Look at that. Oh, my camera count is there. Must have picked up some junk. There we go. I haven't logged off my camera account yet. I probably should. There we go. But yeah, I'm gonna go check it. Look at the redstone. It looks like only 3 of those droppers are firing, but that's basically how the crafter works. Now back here is the redstone room, and it is an absolute mess. Down here we have the output from the skeleton farm. Up here we have the sorter mechanism, complete with mess of redstone. I mean, some of these redstone wires don't even do anything anymore because they've been disconnected. Like for instance, this line right here came from a detector rail, which was right there. Then I realized that detector rail powered that hopper, so at the moment that feature is disabled. Might find a way to work that in later. So this redstone line right here is part of that. Doesn't do anything. Just powered for no reason. And okay, let me look at these droppers. So they are right there. Those 2 look fine. Although it might be that one of them is too far from the input lever. Cough, cough, cough. Yes, the input lever is down here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Should be no problem on either side there. Maybe one of these droppers is powered by something else. I don't know. I'm gonna have to work this out. It seems to be giving me 4 bones at a time right now. Did I actually change anything while I was up there? Anyways, it seems to be working now. Maybe I was wrong about it not working. Maybe I was right and it's now fixed. In any case, it now gives me 4 bones at a time. I guess it was before. It's just me thinking that it wasn't. So you can see how one would use this machine. It just throws the bones at you, and you just throw the bone meal out. A very quick way to craft, considering that the input speed is a rate of 4 items every hopper tick, and the output speed is 12 items every hopper tick. So, just gotta chuck these items out. So yeah, I'll definitely be making use of this in order to create the bone meal for the bone farm. And after this, I can go down and check to see that the bone meal is actually feeding into the wheat farm properly. Yep. So the bone meal gets thrown into that water stream. There are 12 hoppers feeding into that stack of minecart chests, and 3 hoppers coming out, 1 for each dispenser, because the output speed does not matter as much. So the items should be building up in those. In the minecart chests, probably. There are roughly 40-something minecart chests right there. Quite a few. Because I want to have enough bone meal stored to be able to last through an entire night of AFKing. Although that might never happen because the actual bone farm doesn't produce bone meal nearly fast enough for this thing. Now, if I had seeds, I could actually demonstrate this thing. I should go get myself some seeds. Alright, I got myself some seeds. Now I'm just going to pop in here, flip that lever, and now you can see the dispensers are dispensing bone meal. Is the one on the top not dispensing bone meal? Should be. Power is going to it correctly, I believe. We'll see. Oh, timing's off. There we go. See if the timing is right, that it will always produce wheat. I wonder if lag interferes with this. I may have to slow down the timing? Could I even do that? I'm sure I could. But in any case, you can see that when the seeds are planted, they are grown by bone meal and harvested by the piston moving. And you can also see that seeds are not picked up by these hoppers. Apparently, this one is not picking up the wheat either. No, now it is. That was weird. But these hoppers are set up so that they can only pick up wheat. They're a sorter system. So you can see each of these has 6 wheat in it because, yeah, it's a sorter system. So, basically, I sit there AFK overnight, holding down right-click to plant crops, and the skeletons can't shoot me because of the door. And I can just sit there and get lots and lots of wheat. And because I just realized I forgot to hook up the output of this. This doesn't really go anywhere yet. I'm definitely going to have to hook up an output stack of minecart chests. I believe right now there are just unlinked hoppers for the output. Nope. They'd be over here. Yeah, it's just hoppers that lead into blocks. But yeah, I'm definitely going to have to hook those up. Like this one doesn't even have any in it. How much wheat did I produce? 6 in that one, 19, and 4. So, maybe a half stack of wheat in that little short time. Oh no, I can't get out. And now I ruined my torches and carpets. I used torches underneath carpets, by the way, for the lighting in a lot of this. Except on the stairways, where I used, like, torches hidden up in the back parts. Like, if you're going up the stairway, then you basically don't see anything going on. But when you're going down, then you can see the torches that are hidden up the top. I think those look pretty decent. And I have some torches in central areas, so it looks like they actually belong there instead of just spammed everywhere. And all in all, I think this place looks really good. Well, except for the wiring cave. That looks ugly, but that's why it's maintenance access. It's not where you normally would go. Well, I'm going to probably finish crafting this batch of bones, hook up the output, and try this thing out. Alright guys, I've made just a few modifications to this place. Apparently I'm hearing minecart sounds or something right now. What's my sound set to? It's probably fine. Maybe a little bit loud for you guys with that excessive minecart noise, but I think it'll be fine. Anyways, in here I got the wheat being stored up in these hopper minecarts. Apparently a couple of seeds too. I think some of the seeds actually glitch through the floor to get into these hoppers. It's kind of annoying. As is that excessive minecart noise from minecarts that aren't actually moving. Yeah, I have some wheat in there too from when I was unloading these minecarts for testing purposes, or for troubleshooting purposes, I guess. And I had to rework this sorting system because the different sorting cells were interfering with each other, so I spread them out. Yeah, that's basically what I had to do to fix this thing up. I think I made another couple minor changes and so on, but it's working fairly well right now, so it's all good. I should find a way to store the seeds here. Like I should put a chest above the top or something. Anyways, I'll just remember to bring seeds whenever I want to use this thing, I guess. In any case, this wheat farm is pretty much done, and I'm pretty happy with it. It looks really nice, and it works pretty well as well. So that's nice, I guess. I was having some issues with hoppers filling up, but I'm not sure if that's still an issue. Like with one of the assorting hoppers filling up and then items despawning, but I'm not sure if that's really the case. Might be the case, in which case I'd want to rework the design. In fact, I can think of a way that I could probably rework the design. But, well, in any case, it works pretty well for what it does. Maybe I'll post a tutorial on a better design at some point, if I come up with a better design. In any case, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video, where I'm going to work on my storage system, finally, because this is a mess. My storage at my new base is just a random series of chests everywhere. There's chests on the surface too. They're just all over the place. And I have, like, no proper storage system set up. So I'm going to set up a pretty epic storage system involving minecart chests in the next episode. I think it'll be pretty amazing. So, if you guys want to check that out, then check out the next episode when it comes out. And I will see you then. Bye.